everybody, this is Bonnie from Bonnie's Creative Place, and I am going to show you this unique card. I do not remember the name of it, but I'm going to show you what it was called, and yeah, or what it looks like, and I'll come up with the name or put the name that somebody else originally made this card from. They made the card and they made it differently than the way I made it, because I just wanted it to fold and fit nicely inside a standard A2 card envelope, and the way they did it, it would not fit into that size envelope. So yeah, so on the outside it says it's your special day, and this is a farming one, and I have the little cows inside, and it's another sit up and display card. So it sits up and displays like that. Then I've got this one. It says wishing you the brightest birthday, and then you open it up and it says your friendship means everything to me. And then you have this, and it will sit up. It'll be just like this, and of course you write all your stuff on the back with just a regular card like this. I did not add these because when I want to send these out personally, I like to sometimes stamp, do my writing before I actually attach it, and it doesn't take much to attach it to the back afterwards. So I don't add the back ones on my personal ones, you know, right away. So there's this one, and then this one's got to be one of my cute little favorites. It says hello friends, and then you open it up and it says sometimes you just need to know that somebody really cares, and that someone is me. And then I just decorated it up with all those wonderful little punch outs that are in that storybook paper. So if you get the storybook paper pack, you can decorate it all up with just the paper, because these are the cutouts from it. So let's get started. Now I'm not going to show you a card from a start to finish. I am just going to show you the mechanism, and let's get started. So I have my cheat sheet. I always make a sample one with discontinued product, and none of it is rhymes or reasons, and then I just have a sample of what it actually looks like, and then I attach my directional one to it so that we know what we're doing when we have the card. So for this piece, here's my cheat sheet. This piece is 8.5 by 5.5 and scored in the middle at 4 1/4. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. That's going to be the first thing. So we're going to score it right down the middle here. Okay. And then we have 2 pieces of designer series paper here. Let me find the 2 that I've decided to put inside. Yes, it was these 2. Okay. So I've got 2 pieces of designer series paper that is 5 1/4 by 4. So we can go right ahead and we can add these 2 pieces to the inside of the base card. So we're going to put this in here just like so. Piece of glue on me. Okay. And then we'll put this one in here. Okay. And this piece is going to be for the front of the card, so we can go ahead and put this piece on the front. And this is also a 5 1/4. No, oops, I almost forgot. I think I put a piece of white on this. Yes, I'm going to put the white first, but this piece goes on the white because I wanted to add a little white to this one. This is like a border. So this piece is, the white piece is 5 1/4 by 4. The designer series paper piece is 5 by 3 1/4. So that's what that is. And then this piece can go on the front of the card. Like this. Okay. So here we go. And then we've got our inside panel, now, which is this. Now I'm going to explain this to you before I actually put that one together. The full piece of this cardstock is 4 1/4 by, or 7 1/4 by 5. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. Yes, by 5 1/2. So it's 7 1/4 by 5 1/2, all the way around, a full square. Then what you're going to do is you're going to turn it, put it in your trimmer. Let me get my trimmer here so you know what I mean. Pretend this is a full piece, okay? We're going to put it in the trimmer. We're going to line this end up right here at 2 1/4. So we're lining it up right here at 2 1/4. Then you're going to put this down. You're going to take a pencil or whatever, a little pen, and you're going to put it in here, and you're going to make a mark right there and a mark right here, okay? Then we're going to take it, and you're also going to score it right here at 3 5/8. So you're going to turn it this way. You're going to put it at 3 5/8. 3 5/8 is the second tick mark past the half. So if you go to the half and then you scoot over twice, scoot, scoot, you are right at 3 5/8, okay? And then you're going to score it. And then you're going to line up that mark that you made right there with the top of this score line. And you're going to put it in your cutter, and then you're going to go and you're going to cut it off. And then you're going to turn it, and you're going to put this one in the top, and this one, this score mark right there, and you're going to put it in, and you're going to cut it off. So then when you're done cutting it all off, it'll look like this. This will be your piece, okay? So then you're going to go ahead and you're going to score this piece in half, just like that. Okay? Now, I want to explain to you about the Designer Series paper, these pieces that go on the inside. Now you need 2 of these pieces, and these pieces are 3 1/8 by 5 1/4. Now 3 1/8 is 2 tick marks past the half or quarter, so you'd have a quarter, and then you go scoot, scoot, and you'd be over to the 3 1/8. So 3 1/8 by 5 1/2. What you're going to do is you're going to put it in here again at your 2 1/4 mark, just like that. Take a pencil or pen and put this down, mark it in each end, okay? Not each end, I lied. You're going to mark it at one end, the end closest to you. So you're going to put it in, and you're going to mark it just right here on that one, all right? Then you're going to put this one in also, and you're going to put it down at the 2 1/4, and then you're going to put it in, and you're going to mark the opposite end. So if you marked this end the first time, you want to put a pencil mark and mark it in there on the other end the second time, okay? So then what you're going to do is you're going to line up point to point. There would normally be a piece right here. This would be, I mean, if I'm pretending, like this would be your square right here. You'd line up the end of that point with this point, with your mark that you put there. And this is the point of the paper. And then you're going to cut it off. And then you would do the same thing with this one. The marked side you'd put on there, and you'd put it down, and you would cut it. The reason why you want to only mark one side and the other side is because they are one for right and one for left. So that way you're not, if you're using different pattern because it's double-sided, you will have it for one for left or one for right. And then now if you're doing directional paper, then you got to be careful that you're making sure that you're cutting them so they're going in the right direction. Okay? So now we're going to put these pieces right in here. Now what I did with these was I made sure that you lined it up at the bottom. At the bottom of this paper, of this cardstock. Now if you don't and you have it hanging off, my main concern was to make sure this had a little border and on the top because you're not going to see any of this other. So I just kind of lined it up, like making sure I liked this part and this part over here, because you do not see any of, oh, I can't even see this fold mark right here. I'm glad this is not sticking really well. There we go. I have to tip this up. The light is hitting it just so. And then we will put this down, scooch it down a little. There we go. Just like that. And then we'll get this one and we'll do the same thing. Okay, so now it looks just like this. So now there's a couple options here. You can just add this down and put adhesive here and along here, just on this bottom, and then have some pockets to add stuff. Or you can just lay it down flat, which is what I did. So I am just going to add adhesive all over this. You could use liquid glue if you want. I just used regular snail. And then I just place this right in the middle all the way to the bottom. And so the point is right on that score line. And this lines up right at the bottom. And I try to put one side down, then the other side down, and then lay that down. And then I give it another good score. Bring your bone folder over and give it a nice little press again. Now we have this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to score this piece. Now, let me get my cheat sheet so I can tell you all about it. So this piece is 10.5 by 2 1/4. 10.5 by 2 1/4. You're going to score at 1 3/4, 3.5, 5 1/4, 7, and 8 3/4. Okay? And then you're going to score this. So, I don't know Mountain Valley, but you want this one to come towards you. So kind of, I did a little quick hand one, but then I want you to take your time and really score them and try to line them up the best you can, because it will help you in the long run. And then we got this one back here. And then we're going to score this one down. And then this one will come forward. Okay. All right. Now before we place this down, I'm going to get all my little pink pieces over here if I could pick them up. You should have 6 of these. I couldn't get that last piece. And we're going to put one of these on each one of these. Now you could decide that you want to put some white paper on these ones for some stamping in here, or little sayings. You can do that. You could change it up and do different colors or whatever. This is just what I chose. I think I'm going to make a, what do you call it, card from this, a dinosaur card. And I'm going to use the pink and gray dinosaurs in this peach color. And I'm going to dinosaur this one all up. I have no place to hold on to it. These are probably not on there perfect, but I'm okay with that. So then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take and you are going to put adhesive all over the back of this very first square. So it's really good and covered. Then you're going to take it and you're going to line it up right at the tip of the end of this card. No, not at the end of the card, at the end of this triangle. You're going to put it right here at the end of the last piece you just put in. So right there. And then we're going to press it down, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to close this all up. My mechanism is not very straight, but it'll still work. But it could be better. Put adhesive all over this one too, really good. You could use liquid glue here also. Now my fingers are stuck. And then take this, don't just close it, let it open up. And line it up with the bottom and line it up with the top there, and then press it down. So now we have this little pop-up thing. Now I want to tell you something. If you think you're going to use dimensionals on this, it'll make it super duper thick and it won't shut even more. So what you want to do is you don't want to put any dimensionals on any of these things right here. If you want dimensionals, like I have dimensionals on these things back there, you can go ahead and do that because you have all that extra thickness on this side and you have room on this side. So in the inside you can do that, but do not do it on this outer pieces. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little card. And here again are all the cards that I made. And I hope you'll give this a try. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Bye-bye.